Yes, what's good everyone? Welcome to the Get to Know Boxing YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reviewing last night's action. Obviously Josh Taylor becoming undisputed super lightweight champion at 140.
Josh, the Tartan Tornado Taylor!
A massive night for UK boxing and a massive night for Scottish boxing. Let's not get it twisted. He's a Scottish boxer. A lot of people like to throw that British label on straight away, but representing Preston Pans, Edinburgh, Scotland. I lived in Scotland for 5 years myself, just south of Edinburgh. So I've heard of Josh Taylor for a while now. I actually started watching him when he was, I remember in the Commonwealth Games in 2014 actually, when he fought there. I remember seeing him and I thought he had a really good style, one that would be even more suited to the pros, even though he was a very good amateur and he had a good pedigree there. Now, he's transferred that pedigree into the professional ranks very well, and he's actually been built like perfectly, in my opinion. He's sort of like, if I could think of a record and a way to build a fighter who was a good amateur and he's won medals and everything, this would be the perfect career. Up until 18-0, undisputed champion, fought for the actual title first, and then he obviously fought the unification against Prograis, and now he's gone and won all 4 belts. So he's not just jumped to undisputed, he's actually built it, and he's fought different styles, he's fought the right test at the right time, and he's come through them tests. Like, even though sometimes he's had tough fights, in his 12th fight he fought Postal, who actually at the time had only lost to Terence Crawford, so that was a massive step up. And these fights have actually paid dividends when it's come to this fight on Saturday night against Ramirez. I feel like he was so well prepared and so well schooled at that point that he kind of had all the tools in his bag to pull out the victory, whatever way that was. He was up against it, not just in terms of being in front of 500 or 500 Mexicans, I think it was. Actually, the referee, Kenny Bayless, as well, was very suspect. Let's put it that way. Obviously gave Ramirez 2 very long counts. That's been a talking point, and kind of really gave Josh a hard time in there. Josh is a very rough fighter, likes to kind of use his physical strength as well. Against a fighter like Ramirez, who's so strong on the inside with the combinations, got very fast hands, he's going to have to tie up. I've seen a few people saying he was holding, but he was doing a bit of everything. Like, you can't just stand there on the ropes against a fighter like Ramirez and his quality. He had a good pedigree as well, an Olympian, and we all know that. So Josh fought a great fight. Now, the commentators initially, when I was watching on Fight TV, being in the UK, the commentators were actually quite negative towards Josh, I felt, for them first 5 rounds until he got the knockdowns, and then that's when they kind of realised, oh, hang on a minute, this guy's going to win, so let's speak well about him now. So, from my opinion, I think he won probably 2 of them first 5 rounds. I do think that Ramirez did start well, but he definitely wasn't 4-1 down. Like, he could have even been 2-1 level. Josh came out, he was using his range. Now, Ramirez started fast. He always does start fast, and I feel like he was always going to be a dangerous fighter. Very tough, very durable, and he kind of carries that power. He definitely carries that power. I'm buzzing for Josh. Obviously, watching him from the early days, I thought he put up a really good fight last night. I thought he had a great game plan, and I think we have to now start giving Ben Davis some credit. He's proven it as a coach. He's sort of the way he breaks down fights. You can tell that he does have a lot of knowledge, and I've spoke to boxers actually on the channel who have agreed with me in that he has a very good boxing mind, despite the fact that he's young and he might not have as much experience as these other world championship coaches. It's about the knowledge, and how you read a fight. So, as I said, I do feel like we should start giving Ben Davison some credit. Now, let's talk about the knockdowns. So that first knockdown was heavy. Walked him onto the shot perfectly, landed it literally on the point of the chin. It gave him about a 15-second count, I think, there. And then obviously the second knockdown, he recovered well in that round. Let's give the credit to Ramirez. He was tough. He came back and landed some good shots himself in that round. And then in the next round, there was that hesitancy from Kenny Bayless, and he kind of put his hand in to almost break the fight up. And then he let them fight out of it. and Josh was ready. He had that uppercut, that left uppercut there. Brilliant shot. Again, I thought the fight could have even been stopped there. I wouldn't have argued with it. When Ramirez got up, he was wobbly on his legs. He was given a longer count once again. But as the fight went on, credit to him once again. Ramirez came back and landed some good shots. I thought from then, it was kind of nip and tuck. I thought they both took some rounds. Josh is always a good finisher. Overall, a very, very good fight. Entertaining for the fans. Josh Taylor has the world ahead of him now. He's got so many options. He can move up to 147 and fight Crawford. They're both with ESPN and Top Rank. And also, we obviously had that mandatory with Jack Catterall. A lot of people just kind of playing that down. I do think it's a very good fight. Jack Catterall has upset the apple cards in his career, and he has had some very good performances, even though recently he's been fighting subpar sort of caliber of opponents. He has got a lot of ability. To be honest, I do think that Josh will get a late stoppage in that fight, maybe just outpointing, outboxing, but at the same time, he's dangerous, Catterall, so let's not look past that, but it's hard not to, isn't it? Like I said, he's got the Crawford fight. If he moves up to 147 after that, he's got, I think it's Kavalauskas that ESPN have as well, a very good welterweight. Maybe that could be a sort of first stepping stone in the welterweight division before he fights Crawford. So he's got everything in his favour. He can line up that fight at Edinburgh Castle, in the National Stadium as well, the rugby stadium. So I'm looking forward to seeing the next step for Josh Taylor. In the post-fight interview that I watched with Bob Arum, he was kind of disappointed that Josh had won. I feel he obviously has a very good relationship with Ramirez. He's promoted him from his debut, so he's understandably a little bit deflated that Josh has kind of took in one of his golden boys out there. A lot of Mexicans, when I was commenting on the videos in the lead up to the fight, they were saying he was going to get knocked out. So let's just appreciate the fact that we finally had a fighter from the UK go over and beat one of these Mexican Americans, I should say, really. But yeah, we've finally got one. We've finally got one. So let's just appreciate this moment. Let's appreciate Josh Taylor. It was a big achievement last night for him. Is it the first fighter from the UK to get an undisputed, or all the 4 belts? I know that we've had people get the 2 belts before, but now it's 4 belts in different organizations. I'm pretty sure he's the first one to do that. So props to Josh Taylor. Looking forward to seeing the next steps. Hopefully we'll get something maybe September, October time, when he's next out. Maybe get that mandatory with Catterall then. But let me know what you guys thought of the fights down below. Let me know what you think about the main talking points, the knockdowns, Kenny Bayless, the referee, the scorecards as well. Very closer than what I had it. I thought Josh maybe should. I think before the knockdowns, he maybe won it 7 rounds to 5. I think that's a fair sort of conclusion to it, I would say. So yeah, 7 rounds to 5, 115, 113 with the knockdowns. 115, 111 is what I scored it when I was watching. But leave your thoughts down below in the comments. As I said, we'll be doing another video next week in the lead up to the Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez fight. That's a good fight for Devin Haney, a good test. But yeah, hope you guys are all taking care. Make sure you stay tuned for the episode 3 of the Get to Know Boxing podcast out this Tuesday at 8 p.m. We had a little bit of a break this week, but we are back and we've got another 2 lined up. I'm going to try and get some more guests in this week, so I'll let you guys know about that and let you know the episodes. Go and head over to the Get to Know _boxing Instagram page for all the updates on the videos that are dropping. I hope you all have a good week. Peace out. Let's go, man.